Frank McGhee, head dealer at Integrated Brokerage Services, remains bullish on gold. He joins us now from his firm in Chicago with his perspective. All right, Frank, time for one quick question, then we'll continue after the break. So first, give me your idea of the pullback in gold prices today. Healthy correction or maybe a turnaround with some people thinking the dollar's going to get stronger?
Well, it's definitely a healthy correction. We made the original targets that we were looking at about $1,200 an ounce. We talked about 6 months ago. But we are still a currency. And as the dollar strengthened with the original scare that went through on the potential for Greece, we've seen this particular break be all currency related, nothing else. And it is providing a very good buying opportunity.
So let me ask you this. What do you think is the best safe haven then, the gold or the dollar, if you're betting on the U.S.?
Well, at the end of the day, it's going to ultimately be gold because the U.S. round of dollar weakening that we saw in the markets for the last 4 or 5 or 6 months will start picking up again with a vengeance after the first of the year. Right now, in the short term, when you get these shocks, the dollar is still going to be the first safe haven, gold will become the second.
Now, to predict gold prices and where they're headed, do you just have to have an opinion on where the dollar's headed? Is this the main relationship right now, or what are the other factors, if you will, behind the drive in gold prices?
Well, you will ultimately see the rallies in gold be driven, A, by fear, and we've seen a little bit of that come out of the market. B, as its relationship as a currency. So you do ultimately have to have an opinion on a currency base. And at times, as we had for the last 4, 5, or 6 months, it'll be on the technicals of the market itself. When we got into new highs, uncharted territory, it didn't really matter what was going on every place else. We were driving and really creating our own price movements. Now that we have some technical highs into place, the technicians are a little bit back on board, and you get some outside influences that will be your deciding factors for gold.
And we've spoken before, you've been bullish on gold, so what's your outlook into the new year? What's going to drive it past, if you think it's going to go above the $1,200 record?
Well, I think you're going to see a continued decline in the dollar. You'll have the initial wave of potential sovereign problems out of Europe and the Eurozone. You'll also see the Arabian buyers and the Arab buyers come back in. They've really been absent as they're having their own financial crisis, and when that happens, people go into currencies. So I think you'll see the resumption of the problems we had last year will put us into new highs.
Frank McGhee, head dealer at Integrated Brokerage Services. We fit the whole interview in. Thanks a lot, Frank.